Hello, hi, I'm Patricia McNeely. I'm an Lumens Blu-ray twin flame from Chicago, Illinois. How are you today? Today in this video, I want to talk to you about your emotional body and the solstice and how they pertain and relate to each other. What's that? You've been feeling highly emotional? You feel dragged out? Of course you did. Did you feel the energy drop just a couple days ago? Of course you did. If you didn't, you might need to work on your sensing a bit more, and we may need to work on your subtle body so that you can sense and flow and get back in the flow of things. Some of the ways that this plays out with your emotional body is mental confusion. And there's quite a lot of that going around. Twin flame confusion, confusion about what this is, what's going on. And there's another thing to know about it very specifically. What's up is down. So this is a very down to earth feeling, very down to earth practicalities, structure, restructure, and even that being said, you're in a transit. What that means is you are transitioning from one place to another place. This requires being light on your feet, feeling and sensing, and it's not always going to be in the cards, it's going to be in your body. Are you crying buckets of tears? Are you feeling weird aches and pains along your spine, along your solar plexus? Do you feel constricted? Are you struggling to breathe lately? So these are some of the signs that your emotional body is in upheaval. And there are things that you can do about it, things that I do teach, things that I help with. What about some of the other parts of your life? What about your sleep, your dream time? Do you find that you're getting those wake ups and still feeling fatigued? Or do you have the opposite? You're sleeping, but it feels like you've been moving furniture all night and you're just waking up so tired. Your heart is feeling very taxed. Your heart is actually feeling like someone's doing this to it, putting it in a grip. The death throes of the old paradigm are going to be very odd and strange for a lot of people. The solstice is bringing closure. So a lot of us know that the solstice is very much one of those markers in time where we know things are going to happen. It's a huge energy portal. And it's going to be a big one this time. If you're not prepared for it, come and learn from me. Come and find out. Get my book. Book 3 is the one that I would recommend right now. Twin Flame Ascension, Sleep, and Love. That's book 3. I have a little Rumi quote on here. The minute I first heard my first love story, I started looking for you. And of course, the looking was outside. But guess what? What's up is down. There's connections inside you that you have to focus on. Also, restructuring your reality. This happens. This is a little different than a tower moment. Tower moments cause the need to restructure, but only you can do the restructuring. How do you know what to do or how to do it? Well, I have quite a bit in my book, okay? The link is below for the book. It's an ebook. Or have a causal body session to help you manifest. A lot of people find that their manifestor is broken. Your causal body is the subtle body that connects you to a higher level, what you could loosely call the higher grid of life, but it's actually very different. It's not a grid in the old sense. But your causal body is part of how you cause things to happen, how you manifest things. But this includes every area of your life. Not all at the same time. It could sometimes include health, your well-being, which we call your emotional wellness. If your emotional body is in upheaval, you may not feel well. It's going to take a physical toll. It takes a toll on your organs, especially your heart, your respiratory system, your throat, and sometimes the connective tissues. On my other website, I have some of the supplements necessary for helping your emotional body, especially horsetail herb. You can order that on my online store. But in the causal body session, I help you to sort out and help you to restructure your reality, whatever that is that you're going through, because it's done through guidance. There's no cookie cutter approach to this. There are some common things that people go through, people that call stages. A lot of people think that because they've gone through stages like separation and running and chasing, that they're done. You're actually only ending that stuff. That is an ending, and you're getting to the last of it. Isn't running and chasing exhausting? Who's exhausted? Yes, a lot of people get quite exhausted with it, and they're like, I've had it with that. And that's a good thing, because it kind of like winds out and it's not really serving any purpose. Especially if you don't want to seem that way. Is it in your nature? Some people feel like being a hunter is in their nature, and some people don't. And that's a subjective thing. Some people feel like they are being hunted, or they are being chased or chased out. And that's very common along this journey. But who's doing that to you? Okay, that is why we clear the causal body and help you to restructure your reality so that you feel safe, you feel like you can create again, you can get back into your creative mode. What does creative mode mean anyway? Sometimes when you ask people, it means different things. Some people think of it as their hobby. They like to paint, but what they do is different than being a painter. Some people are painters and do other things. They might go paddleboarding as their hobby. So it's different for different people. Some people really love business and they're thinking up businesses all the time that they can have, but yet they feel stumped on something. They're stuck, or somehow something isn't clicking right. And part of what is clicking not right is that you need to unclick. You need to detach yourself from the old paradigm and create from new energies. Some people wonder, hey, why isn't my twin flame helping me with this or that? And yet will, say, I feel myself gathering up my energies and my heart is strong, and yet what gives with that? What's up with that? Your twin isn't here to throw you a bone or help you in old ways, okay? Even if you're looking forward to that kind of old way of relating, you're having a partnership. You're not having an old school marriage. You have a divine marriage. And a lot of you, as we're in this solstice energy, here in the Northern Hemisphere, there is a lot of people going to that level and going through the transition from this place to this place. Do you feel like you're in a limbo of some sorts? You're somehow between places. It's a really tight squeeze. And you're just not really sure. You're confused. Well, then have a session with me. I have 2 sessions. In this one, that is where we specifically focus. And in this one, we can talk about certain things. This can be a follow-up session. It is definitely dealing with the spirit body. So in this session, many times I have helped people through suicidal feelings. Yes, I have talked people off the ledge. I don't talk them off, though. We get the spirit connection going, which helps them want to live again, where it is their own genuine connection to living. That is one of the things that can happen in a spirit chat session. It can also be a follow-up. It can be for specific reasons. If people are going through a divorce situation, if you're struggling with your children and you would like some guidance. And I'm not going to put up with the bunk about people bashing me about talking about children. Children exist. People are still having children, and they still will have children, and they still wish for children, and yet we're doing this from another level. That means that we have to be above board on some of this stuff, and people do genuinely want to get the right help for their children, because children too will go through their ascension symptoms. This is one of the other things that we talk about in here. What if your child is having ascension symptoms? What if you're having so many ascension symptoms, it feels like all you can do is just get your own self through the day and much less not really care about other people. I get it. But then all of us have huge hearts and we want to be that person who is very on board with their life and not in control, but managing things properly. And that is a part of restructuring your reality. You are restructuring your reality. You need to engage and enlist the help of your higher self to do this. You need to engage your light body. Your body is the key to this. So less and less will it be the mind, less and less will it be your third eye, less and less will it be sexual. It has to be all encompassing and an actual engagement. You need to open up your high heart channels, which exist around here. If you're not getting that open, if you're having pressure here, headaches, you need to come and see me so that we can get that flowing for you. When I say flowing, what I mean is let the good stuff in, let the bad stuff out, and let it help to restructure your reality. You need to be able to breathe properly, which means engaging your breath in different ways. I teach that. If you are having a procedure like a surgery or something like that, I help pre and post operative with that stuff. If you have something where you are not really sure what is going on, you feel like you may have fallen off track, and I can tell you, you usually are not, but this journey can be very confusing, especially at certain points. At certain portals of time, you are going to eliminate things, and this brings about mental confusion. And it's different things for different people. It's going to be memories. It's going to be things you've seen. It might be cataclysms that you've been affected by. It might be some big things. And yet, what happens to you in your life and to your union? So now what you should do is, if you're not sure, reach out to me with an email, twinflamesmerge@gmail.com. Please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 11,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. I'm this close. So if you subscribe, I really do appreciate it. I'd like to keep these videos coming with more information. Try my book, Twin Flame Ascension, Sleep, and Love, because this is going to tell you what to do during your sleep time, what to do at night, how to get rest, how to get into that new level of ascended sleep and love, and do it very easily. Have a session. So the links are below. There's some Solstice coupons to use. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon.